Motivational videos have become extremely popular on YouTube and could earn you upwards of $1,000 or more per day. Videos similar to things like this.
You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen.
Despite the fact that these videos may appear to be very difficult to make, they're fairly simple and, again, like I stated, extremely profitable. So I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna show you the process, and I even have a little bit of a secret that can kind of help with the visibility and getting views and traffic to these particular videos once you finalize the product. So the first step in the process is going to be coming over to a site like Social Blade. And once I come over to Social Blade, I'll be able to get a look at what other channels similar to what we're trying to create, other motivation channels, other content like this, is it really making money? So the first step in this is to maybe look at a YouTuber like Ben Lionel Scott, who is estimated to be making over $1,000 a day. And these numbers might be skewed, so they actually might be even higher than this. But this is a little bit of an idea of what you can expect to make should you scale this up and do it the right way. There are a ton of other videos like this. Now, for those people who are saying, well, you know, a lot of channels like this are not monetized, a lot of channels like this are not making money, and you are curious to know if these channels really are profitable, there's another way to take a look. So I'll go ahead and click View Page Source. And what I'll do is I'll hit Control F. Once I hit Control F, I'll type monetization in. Once I type in monetization, you'll see this come up. Monetization enable, value true. This gives me confirmation that channels like this are still profitable and worth your time. So that kind of dispels the myth that these channels aren't being monetized. Some of them are. Others aren't for different reasons, but once you follow these steps and try to focus on not, infringing on any copyright issues, you should be able to do this. So there are three components to this process. It's the music, the footage, the video, and the motivation, the motivational speech, what have you. So I'm gonna start off with the music. So this is a website called epidemicsound.com. Now, epidemicsound.com pretty much is going to be a resource for you to get copyright-free music. You can utilize this not just in videos like this, but throughout all types of content creation. It's a really powerful resource. And so what you want to do when you initially start out here, you're going to sign up for a 30-day free trial. If you desire, you can go ahead and hit the link below and sign up for the trial. And when you get into the dashboard, you want to head down to the film section. Now, the film section works the best because it kind of falls in line with that epic, suspenseful type of music that really works very well for these types of videos. So I'm going to go into the film section and I'm going to hit drama. And once I hit drama, I want to also take the time to adjust the mood and go to epic. I find that when I look at sounds that are around the epic suspense, epic dark, epic sad, epic like suspense, epic running, these tend to have the sound I'm looking for. So you can play around with them. Different beats per minute mean it's faster. Of course, more beats per minute, it's a faster song. That's up to you if you want to really have something fast or quick based off what type of speech you're gonna add. You will go to the right, download it if you want to see similar tracks. I'll help you find similar tracks. I've already picked a song before I started the video. Here's the beginning stages of my video. So here's my video editor, and I have the music here. I'll play a little bit for you that I downloaded. So that's the first step in the process. You've got the music. So now you need footage and you need the speech. So in this section, we're going to be focused on the speech. How is it that you will get the audio that we use? There are two different ways to do this, and I'm going to break down the first way. So the first way, I'm going to open up one of these videos from the channel that we've been examining. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the description box, and I am going to see that it's spoken by T.D. Jakes, Greg Pick, Eric Thomas, Les Brown. So these are people that are speaking in this video. So let's say we want to go and do T.D. Jakes. All right, so we'll find T.D. Jakes. And we'll find the beginning of wisdom 2 days ago. He's speaking. So let's say I go ahead and open this up.
The greatest thing to know is what you don't know.
So I'm going to copy the link to the video, okay? And I'm going to go to a site called snapsave.io. I'll leave the link below. Download that audio. And it should just automatically populate onto my computer. So that's one way to do the audio. Now, archive.org will pretty much give me copyright-free audio that I can use. So you can kind of dig through and figure out what you're looking for. I'll put in motivational speech, and I'll look, and you can kind of get a feel of all the different things you can look up. They've got video, audio files, so you could probably go ahead and do that to kind of specify a little bit more clearly what you want. And it's up to you to kind of dig through it and figure out what works for you. It's a lot of stuff here, but this is another resource for you to utilize. But for the sake of the video, I'll just go ahead and use the audio that I downloaded as the speech. So once I have that, I will need to take that and come back to Clipchamp. So here I am back in my video editor. I'm going to import the media, and of course, I now have this. So now I'm going to pop in, and we can play a little bit just to kind of get an idea of how it's sounding. Let me turn the audio down so it's not super loud. And let's take a look.
The greatest thing to know is what you don't know. Right.
So now we need footage. So let's head over to pexels.com. This is one of my favorite websites. I've talked about this particular website in a ton of my videos. It's probably one of the most useful websites a content creator could have. So we got working out videos. So as you can see, these are people working their body, pushing themselves to the limits, what have you. So we can start, let's download a couple of these clips. And you can kind of cycle through a bunch of different clips. Let's say you want to do one that has like a working out thing. Maybe you could have people studying like they're in college or something like that. So let's see. I could download that. You would take the time to kind of develop and piece it together in the way you want to piece it together. You could do all this. You could easily export this file. You can do some editing. Now, one tip I want to go into before I go into this amazing secret to help you get views on these videos is consider adding words to the video. So the secret that I wanted to share is that by focusing on your thumbnails and your titles, you can get a stronger click-through rate and you can get more visibility. I can't express how pivotal this is. So here are 3 tips to help you really narrow down making an amazing thumbnail to attract more attention to these types of videos. So if you take a look at some of these from some popular channels, you'll notice a couple things. Tip number 1, all of them use very few words. A couple words, 3 or 4 words, not a lot of words, very large, very easy to read. They use very powerful pictures, so you can feel the emotion in the pictures. You can feel the vibe and the energy of these pictures, which kind of evoke a certain emotional response from people who are looking through YouTube. So be mindful that you want a picture that is close, zoom in on the face, emotional response, little to no words. 2 days ago, 55K. Okay, you see this? 66K 2 days ago. Not a lot of words, emotional picture. And the final thing is high contrast. So you want to make sure the background is light like that one. You see how it's light there. And then the picture is high contrast. So how do you do this? So you're in Canva, YouTube thumbnail. So we're going to create a YouTube thumbnail together. All right, so we're going to do a blank YouTube thumbnail. I'm going to go ahead and open up Pexels again, and we're going to find a photo, something that really evokes emotion. So let's say we could do crying. Okay. Crying. We'll go with him. It's pretty dramatic. I'll download this. So I'm going to come back to my files, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in, and we're going to make this really, really simple, quick, easy. So I'm going to bring the photo up a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to also search for a gradient before I start. And we'll do something like this. Okay. Because I want this to be whatever color this is. I want this to be kind of similar. Okay. So we're gonna really see this is coming together already. All right, so we got that going. Then we're gonna take a text, and I'm just gonna put some text in here. We can put never give up. We'll do it like this, never give up. And we'll put it here and kind of dramatize it. Then we're going to change the font, obviously, to something more maybe appropriate. You can kind of play with it more. Whatever works. So what I want to do is take a look. I will not quit. So these are pretty simple. It's not really. So let's say we change this to maybe a better, what does Gothic look like? But it's up to you to play with it, all right? You know what I mean? You get the idea. Where you can kind of take the time to see what fonts really work best and which ones resonate. But there you have it. Now, one more thing I want to do is adjust the contrast. So what I'm going to do here is edit image. I'm going to do the auto enhancer first, because this will kind of help me get some things going. So the auto enhance apply, you see how it kind of like dramatized the picture a little bit? Now, if you want to get a little bit more epic with it, I suggest doing this. And then the contrast, see how dramatic the contrast becomes? Look, he looks way more sadder. I could take the brightness up a little bit and contrast it. And now it looks more dramatic. But of course you could play with it. You can kind of adjust it as you see fit. Let's adjust the transparency on this. And we can adjust the coloring on this where now this needs to be lightened up, but you can kind of play with it, of course. You understand? And there's just a bunch of different things you can do. But it's up to you. Try some different things, try some different fonts. That's essentially what you would do, and I hope that this video was helpful.